I'm sorry to say, my experience in the past is the clubs are more or less fighting each other to get the tournament. This is important, but it's not the most important thing. Like in few months ago, I saw some post about referees. This not help us to grow. This is very wrong. This is completely wrong. Not AFF, about referees. We cannot post in our official social media of the clubs about referees.
Okay, the first question is
Chemistry.
okay, the chemistry. How do you build the chemistry between the team? How do you build a relationship with you, with the players, and how to bond the team as one? Do you have any specific strategy, or do you have specific?
I think I am an horizontal leader, you know, like I treat everyone more or less the same. For me, the kit man is as important as the pivot in his functions, of course. And I think this is the key of our team. We respect each other. We really explain what we need in every single situation and every single scenario. We also give them free time to don't push them too much during the concentration, to have thousands of meetings. We have the meetings we have to have. We say then, we explain then that they also need to take their free time, they have life. And I think we have inside the national team, we have a pretty good ecosystem where we make a lot of jokes between each other. I many times insult them in a funny way. and I think that chemistry that we spend a lot of time together in the best way is the best thing you can do for your team. And also, of course, if I treat them very well but I don't teach them in the right way, they will not trust me. But I think we are doing good things. We always have good communication, and we always have a lot of respect for each other, and that's the thing we are building, and I think it's working really well. And as I say, I feel really comfy inside national team. I hope my players when come, or our players, sorry, when come, they feel really comfortable as well, because it's what I try to do, create the comfortable space for them. So nowadays, if you arrive to national team, it's really complex if you arrive new in national team, because the senior players already know a lot, and you arrive with maybe different idea in your brain, and to get everything takes time. But we are step by step incorporating player, and in the last list we have Yogi Saputra that joined the team. We incorporate Dewa again in the last events of the year. We incorporate Red Sagunawan also in the last event of the year. So we incorporate Andy Caret, that is progressively going inside. We incorporate also Chris Jamo, that is also progressively going inside. And in future we will have more. What happened that nowadays we have certain level as a team, and they must speed up their performance, because it's difficult, because another one's already working with me 4 months, 5 months in different phases.
Okay. So the second question is, we gain the momentum about thanks to the UFC Asian Cup, and the people they are interested in futsal. They paid a lot of attention in futsal right now because of what happened in AFC Asian Cup. And can you give us a percentage about this? Is already an established, let's say this is an established ecosystem. How let's say it's 40 or 50% in your opinion. So how far that you can take it to grow? Maybe 70 or 80%?
I would like to 100%. Look, my big motivation is to improve futsal here. I'm very honest, and I'm not speaking for the camera, I'm very honest. All my effort is to improve futsal here. I don't have any ego. I don't have ego. Of course, I don't allow the ones that have ego to lie in my face, because this is not good for the ecosystem. But I have zero ego. It's not Hector Souto who win, it's not Hector Souto's history maker, no, it's everyone who helped, and the contribution of everyone is very important. I'm not that stupid to think that I am the only thing in this ecosystem. I'm not that stupid. I'm really down to the earth. I'm really down to the earth, and I really know that we need everyone. So the next step should be very clear, and it's really, really clear. We need to improve the competitions. To improve the competitions, the clubs must commit each other once to the others to work together to create a better competition, because it happened in Spain before, overall in amateur tournament, that you expect a lot from the organizer. But the league, to be honest, is a agreement between 12 clubs to play a competition. So the most important is how the clubs collaborate to make this big.
Okay.
They have to compete in the pitch. These are the players and the coaches. But outside the pitch, the managers, the CEOs, they should collaborate each other to make from futsal instead one sport, one market. We need to create the market. If we create that market that is sustainable by itself and that attract many spectators to the pitch, that we see that they are willing to join, that attract brands that want to sponsor us because we are the best sport we can have in here is futsal. And if we attract them, then futsal will grow itself. But the most important is the clubs understand they must collaborate to improve. Not just waiting for a subsidy from here or from there, no. They must create their own marketing, they must create their own media strategy, but the media strategy must be also aligned with the PFL media strategy, because at the end PFL is an operator or is a company, okay, that have all the power. But in future, I know, this power will be shared with the clubs if the clubs works well. So that's the idea. This is the idea we had, and that's why Mr. Jose Tirado is here, to make the clubs understand how we work in Spain. All clubs, of course, compete each other, but all clubs collaborate in the benefit of futsal in the country. I'm sorry to say, my experience in the past is the clubs are more or less fighting each other to get the tournament. This is important, but it's not the most important thing. Like in few months ago, I saw some post about referees. This not help us to grow. This is very wrong. This is completely wrong. Not AFF, about referees. We cannot post in our official social media of the clubs about referees. Referees are doing their job. I know referees are doing a big effort to improve. What we have to do is meet the referees in meetings, not in social media, because the spectator doesn't know what we mean. So what we need to do is create strategies and habits and try to be professional. It cannot happen that a club make a pre-season of 2 or 3 weeks. Pre-season minimum is 6 weeks. So all clubs must do pre-season of 6 weeks. All clubs must have really professional staff. All clubs must have really professional marketing strategy, really professional management. And when we have all of this and they collaborate all together, people will come, because our sport is amazing. We cannot see any more fightings in the pitch. We cannot see any more referees allowing violence in the pitch, because nobody wants a futsal like that. No one wants a futsal like that. We cannot see the players going inside the pitch, the bench player going inside the pitch to avoid a fight. We cannot see this kind of things. This is all standards. We need new standards. So futsal is not an aggressive sport. The aggressive people must be outside futsal. And if the referee don't take these aggressive people outside futsal, the club itself must punish his player for this behavior, because this kind of behavior is against the benefit of the competition. I don't know if you see, but in the game with Japan, one player from Japan take from the neck one of our players. Immediately, some of our players jump in the pitch. I took them outside and I sit them one by one in the bench, because this is not good for our national team. This is not good for our image. And this is a message for players. If you are getting hot during the game, it's your problem. Get relaxed, because this is not good for our sport and this is not what we are looking for.
How do you see Pro Futsal League as the backbone of the national player development?
Well, it's very important, and they are doing good. There are clubs that are doing a good job, and I'm really happy with the staff of some clubs, and most of clubs are doing a good job. We need to improve a little bit, I'm honest, but we are doing in the good way. We are going step by step better. The league is getting better, tactically, physically, technically. I hope we can give them, because I'm fighting a lot for them, to give them parquet in the league, because it will help us a lot to play much better, much more beautiful. The player will enjoy much more. We already changed the ball we have at the beginning, and the ball is much better. They are happy with them, and these kind of things, I will be behind, always supporting them, because I know if the clubs that do good in the trainings, in the games, etc., for me will be much more easy.
Okay, so right now the players are back with the clubs. Okay, do you give some suggestions for them for the daily basis? Like you have to train this with your club. You have to improve this aspect with your club. Did you give some?
To be honest, not yet. And to do this, the first I must respect the coaches in the clubs. I must speak with them about that situation. Also, I can give some advice to the players. I already did with some of them. But they know me really, really well, and I always correct their mistakes, their bigger mistakes, so they know more or less where the things go. And I think Evan and Albaguir already say in some podcasts that I always take care about all of them, or I always ask if they are doing well, if they are, if they need something, etc. And I will be always like that, because at the end I am like their father. I have to take care about their ecosystem, and this is my responsibility as head coach. As I say, I'm not someone that can here to work 1 week with national team. I'm someone that are always following the competition and always trying my best. And if I don't reach more, is or because I don't know, or because I don't have the power to do it.